Hello everyone, and welcome to part 2 of this talk about Flexible Combined Honours. I'm Professor Marion Gibson and I'm the Director of Flexible Combined Honours. You should watch part 1 of this talk first, and you should have the PowerPoint open in front of you that deals with part 1 and 2 of the talk. This second part deals with people beyond the FCH subject team who can help both with your studies and with your well-being as a student at the university. So please look at the first slide here, which begins part 2, who else should you meet? The first people will be personal tutors and module conveners. They can both be found in your subject departments. The personal tutor will be somebody in your subject who has responsibility for a small group of students studying that subject. As FCH students, you'll probably have 2 personal tutors, 1 in each of your subjects. Meet the personal tutor either online or in person and talk to them about what you want out of your studies. You should build a personal relationship with your personal tutor. There's somebody who can help you as an individual with your studies, who can look at progress with you, who can talk to you about your ambitions, and they can give you career advice, and in time to come they will write references for you because there'll be somebody who will know you well. But it's up to you to forge that relationship, to engage with them and go and spend time with them. Some of you will be invited to online or in-person academic tutoring groups. Some of you will have one-to-one sessions with your personal tutor. Please look out for them. Your personal tutor isn't the only point of contact, however. Also, module conveners are there within your subjects, and they are the ones who run the modules that you study as the building blocks of your programme. I know as a module convener myself how much we actually do want to talk to students about our modules. Please come and talk to us. Ask us questions about the content. Ask us questions about extra reading. Talk to us about the assessment and how you can do better on the module. We're there to help. If you look at the next slide, you can see where to find us. As I say, personal tutors and module conveners are subject experts. They're there within your subject departments. And one of the first ways to meet them will be at subject welcome talks or inductions. They'll be happening this week and over the course of the next few weeks. You can find follow-up sessions as well in some of the subjects. Please check the subject websites and look out for emails from your subjects, which will tell you where to go, who to meet, how to get in contact. So go to these subject talks or engage with them. Students on a pathway, so for example religion or sustainability, will find that because you're already studying a number of subjects under that pathway heading, you won't have inductions to those specific pathways, but you should go to the subject inductions of your other subject. Please get to know the subject professionals that you're going to need throughout the course of your studies. If you click on the next slide, you can see who else you might want to meet within the subjects. They will sometimes be the same people as your personal tutors. We do try to arrange that so that you have one contact within the subject, but they may also be other people within the subject that you need to get to know, and they are the subject coordinators. They're the interface between the Flexible Combined Honours programme and the subject study. There's a subject coordinator in each subject, and if you click on the green line across the top of the FCH website, you click on Our People, you'll see an option comes up to select subject coordinators. And again, they're campus by campus, so they'll be either based at Streatham St Luke's or they'll be based at Penryn. They are your local body of experts, and you should get to know your subject coordinator, who can tell you about the structure of your programme, who can talk to you about professional, subject-specific advice. Please look at the next slide for other people who can help you beyond the subjects. People who can help you with your well-being are really important. We do realise that you are actually people, and we'll engage with you as such because, hey, we're people too. We want to talk to you about your well-being. How are you? How are you feeling? How are your studies going? Do you need any help from us? Is there anything you want to talk about? You can find here on this slide a list of wellbeing and welfare teams. Again, campus by campus, so at Streatham and St Luke's or at Penryn. You can also find details of the accessibility team who can help you if you already know, for example, that you have a specific health condition and you're going to need extra support with your studies. These are the people to go and see. And also, finally, understand mitigation. Get to know our mitigation processes. If you get ill at the time of an assessment or something happens and you need, for example, to request extra time, these are the people that you'll need to talk to. These are the processes that you'll need to go through. So please understand our mitigation processes as well. If you look at the next slide, you can find the iExeter app. A lot of these processes and people, contacts and so on are covered on the iExeter app. And you can also find your timetable, you can find an itinerary, you can find information about food and drink on your campus. There's all sorts of information there. Please download it if you haven't already and get to know it. Is there anyone else you should talk to? Well, yes, maybe there is. If you look at the next slide, you can see details of the Foreign Language Centre. Many of you will know a lot of foreign languages already. If you don't, you may want to acquire one. Maybe you studied one at A-level and you'd like to carry on study of that foreign language. If so, the Foreign Language Centre is for you. You can study language as part of your programme, or we also have a programme of non-credit bearing evening classes that you might want to look at too. You can see some of the languages that the FLC, Foreign Language Centre, offers listed here, and your contact at the Foreign Language Centre is Professor Sonia Cunico, so you can get in touch with her by email to talk about your language learning requirements. Please look at the next slide, and this is the final one in this section. This is about in-sessional English language learning support. If English isn't your first language, if you've come to us from somewhere across the globe, welcome. You are so welcome here. We're so glad to have you here. You can get support with English language learning or support with increasing your confidence in using English in your classes and beyond from the in-sessional team. And they'll also offer you other support about settling here. If you're a mature student, you can get help with language learning and your family as well. So it's really designed to support you throughout your process of learning here at Exeter. This is the end of part 2 of the FCH Welcome talk. Please come back in a minute for part 3.